Hello there and welcome back to taking a look at the classics, and as you can see today we are taking a look at the two Ninja vehicles. We are starting with 2013 and as you can see it is Kai's Fire Mech and Cold's Earth Driller. So just to start with, there's the instructions for Kai's Fire Mech. You can see the golden ninja up there, win on the back, and then we've got the 2013 advertisements like so. So yeah, that's Kai's Fire Mech. And then Cold's Earth Driller, I believe, probably has exactly the same inside. Actually, just this one. So yeah, there we can see Cold's Earth Driller. So the next two videos we're going to be covering the 2013 Ninjago stuff in this series. So next up will be the two Stone Warrior vehicles, Garmatron and the Warrior Bike. But yeah, let's start with, of course, the figures. So each ninja was exclusive to their respective set. So of course we've got Kai and Cold there in their kimono outfits. The weapons weren't exclusive, they did also come in the Temple of Light, but of course they are the elemental blades. So we've got the green one for Earth here, and then we've got the red one for Fire, and this one does have a different handle because that's part of a feature on the Mech. But there we can see the figures with the printing on the front there, like so. And then their face print was exactly the same as the previous 2 years. And then there was the back printing. So yeah, that was it for the two Kimono Ninja. Obviously both were exclusive and they were great figures, definitely some of my favourite suits. Still to this day they're definitely at the top. I love the colours that match with all the black on them. So yeah, and then of course the next two figures we had were the two Stone Warriors. We've got the Stone Swordsman, he came with two black katanas, and then we had the Stone Scout who had the bow there. So if we take that off, we can see that their printing is actually the same for the torso. And then we can see their faces there, and these red sensei hats were brand new in 2013. So as you can see, there's their faces, and then turning this around, obviously as I said, they have the same printing, so there we can see the back of them. So yeah, these were both great sets because you got one ninja and one Stone Warrior to go with them. So of course, the first set is Kai's Fire Mech. It was the smallest of the 2013 wave and it's pretty good. It's nice that they did smaller mechs back in these days rather than the giant ones that they are doing now. As you can see, all the articulation is on those ball joints, the CCBS system from Hero Factory they've used with the armour bit there. And you can see the legs were pretty small, but there is quite a bit of articulation in there, so that was pretty nice. You could get this in some decent walking poses like so. And yeah, and here is where you could sit Kai, so you just sit him on that brown plate, and then you would bring this up and he could hold onto it like so. So yeah, you could have Kai in there. And then as you can see on this arm, we've got the hand there, and it's got the three fingers and the thumb. There we can see the print on the inside, and you can see it's holding onto that red and gold thing, and that's because what you could do with that is you could attach it. Whoa, that just broke on me. That shows how old these are. Whoops. Okay, that's going to be a problem. That's just completely shattered. But anyway, I'm assuming you can guess what happens next. What you could do is you could then put that in the hand there, and the mech would be able to hold onto the elemental blade. I will have to fix that in a little shortcut. But yeah, you can kind of get the idea of what was meant to happen there, and I will link my original reviews of these in the comments below so you can check those out back when they were released 8 years ago now. So yeah, this is all falling apart. But yeah, that aside, you can see the top of the mech there like so, and it had those two swords that you could bring up or down, and then from the back there wasn't too much, but it didn't look terrible. So yeah, that's really all there was to Kai's Fire Mech, and yeah, broken telescope piece aside, pretty good set. Now for the Earth Driller, which of course this is probably much more familiar to us all, even if you weren't around in Ninjago 2013, because it did get a upgrade in Legacy, so that we can see the two Earth Drillers together. As you can see, the Legacy one is much bigger, and the colour schemes are a bit different. But yeah, I'd say the Earth Driller is probably one of the few Legacy sets that actually did get an upgrade with its Legacy set. And of course they do both look the same. But this isn't about the Legacy version, this is about the Classic version. And as you can see right here, that is the Classic version. So of course, the drill spun just by moving it. As you can see, you just drive it along and the drill will spin around. So yeah. And then as you can see, the stickers on this, you can kind of see how the drill works there. Got the big wheels in the back, which just kind of sit there and roll. And you can see the engines in the back here. And there's a top view, and then the cockpit, you could just open it up, and inside you would sit Cole in there. And there he would just sit, and you could even see in there there's a little control panel with Sensei Wu printed on, and we can see some of the other stickers around there. So yeah, then you would just close that up with Cole inside, and then you could go and attack one of the stone warriors. So let's just put them up here. You could just drill straight into them. I kind of missed in with the wheel. Drill straight into the stone warriors there. So yeah, that's really it for the two sets. Obviously in the show they could kind of combine together. You could store the Fire Mech inside the Earth Driller, but I don't think that is possible in the original sets. There is kind of an empty space in the back there to kind of simulate that, but this Fire Mech definitely is not getting in there. I guess you could kind of sit it on the back like the Thunder Raider and kind of get the same effect there, or you could attach it there like so. So yeah, that kind of works. You can kind of sit the Fire Mech on the back there and kind of treat it like it was in the show, where it just kind of popped out the back. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say about these two sets. Now let's just get on to a final verdict. So overall, these two sets back in the day were pretty good. They definitely haven't aged as well as some of the 2012 or 2011 sets, that's for sure. This was definitely one of the weakest Ninjago waves, and we'll see over the coming videos why that is. But yeah, obviously they were decent for what they were back in the day. Obviously we have now got an insane upgrade for the Earth Driller. It is much better and has much more value, as it includes something that's actually going to stand a chance against it rather than just a single warrior and minifigure. But you know, it was nice to get a single warrior and a ninja in each set, even if they were outnumbered by the ninjas' vehicles. But of course, in the other two sets that we're about to see, you'll see that the roles have kind of reversed there, so I guess it does all make up for it. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about these two sets. And of course, I've found a new telescope piece for Kai's Fire Mech, one that isn't broken. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say. I will see you again very soon.